Replicon Radio is brought to you in part by Lex the Hexmaster and the Shadow Army.
Yeah.
What up, everybody?
Shout out to the sponsor, baby.
Shout out, baby.
Shout out to the sponsors. We love sponsors.
We love sponsors.
We loved Lex before he was a sponsor, but we love him even more now that he is a sponsor. If you want to be loved, shoot us an email, Therepliconiswatching@gmail.com. We can talk about sponsorship and advertisement opportunities.
We can talk business.
We can.
Absolutely, man. But we're back. We're live. We're here. We're up on YouTube. We're obviously still live at Repliconradio.com. Or maybe you're just listening to us on
Look at all these haters.
any and all streaming platforms, because that's where you can listen to us at, if you didn't know that. Where's your favorite place to listen to Replicon Radio at, Rue?
Right here live in my basement.
Hell yeah.
Spotify, actually.
Mine would be Spotify.
When I go back to listen to episodes, I choose
Shout out
Spotify.
to Spotify all day, man. Hell yeah. Fear the F and Beard in the house. We appreciate you. Make sure you guys share the link out. There is a new feed over on YouTube because we have a new segment and a new guest, and we're bringing you some new shit.
Make sure to bring your bread, y'all.
And it's about to get hype, man. We talked about it earlier, briefly. But, hi, Merle.
Hi, Merle.
Me and Big Brew made it out to
Too Drunk to Perform.
Too Drunk to Perform in New Haven, Indiana. We saw all kinds of dope performances, which you can actually check out on our YouTube channel as well. But one of them, there was actually two of them that blew us away, but we're only talking about one
Well, yeah, this one.
tonight because
This one blew my fucking mind. Like, I was like, as soon as they went on the stage, it just 30 seconds, not even 30 seconds in, I don't think, I was like, holy fuck, are you kidding me right now?
Right.
Who the fuck are these guys?
But yeah, so we're like, fuck it. Let's get drunk and invite them to come be our friend. And that's what we did. And they're here with us today. So give it up for our motherfucking special guest, Casey Xans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you guys doing tonight?
Great. How are you guys doing?
Doing excellent.
We're doing good. We're doing good. So
Just good?
well,
I'm doing great.
well, my greatness depends on you, sir.
Oh.
Oh, well, I got you.
You never disappoint.
Hell yeah. So before we even get started, we talked about this earlier, and I likened it to Marilyn Manson, if you will. But so the name of the group is Casey Xans, but Casey Xans is just a member of the group Casey Xans, and we actually have Casey Xans and Baby K. Is that right?
We actually, since I started with a group, now that I actually have more vocalists than just myself, we go by Casey Xans and the Purple Gang.
Ah.
The Purple Gang.
So she is the Purple Gang, and you are the Xans.
Yes.
Oh, that's perfect. That's a little less
And
confusing.
her name is Baby
Absolutely.
K. I think it made it more confusing for me. Yeah.
Well, it's all right. There's two of them. There's a boy. There's a girl.
There's a boy and a girl.
I can't make it any more obvious.
That's how it all started, isn't it?
That is how it all. That's right. He was a skater boy.
That depends on who you talk to nowadays.
I don't know if he was a skater boy,
But yes, correct.
but I love it, man.
Speaking.
Welcome to Replicon Radio, y'all.
Hello.
For real.
Thanks, man. We're glad to be here, man. Happy.
We're excited to have you, man. But yeah, I wanted to talk. It's for people that don't know, like, obviously we have a shit ton of guests on here, but it was like me and Rue were both like, because you guys, like, for people that haven't seen you yet, or they haven't seen the video of you guys on our channel, or they haven't gone out and checked you guys out live, like, just in the room, you guys have a presence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For
Like,
sure.
I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, or, you're getting reactions from everyone just being in the room. And then when you
Hey, man, that's the way I like to have it, for real.
yeah.
Like, I don't care if you're rocking with it because you like it or because you're just, like, dumbfounded. Like, as long as you're looking and listening, I'm doing something right, you feel me?
Absolutely.
I was both, as like I said, like within 30 seconds of even going on stage, I was like dumbfounded, like, holy fuck, where the hell these guys come from? These guys are fucking awesome.
Right. Yeah, it was just like, like I said, you had a presence
I was all of the above.
with no expectations. I mean, I would say, like, it was just like, okay, some guys, what, you know what I mean, like, whatever.
Yeah, I was.
But then you
wondering,
guys, like,
I was
just-
here we go. Let's see what we're gonna get into now, and all of a sudden, you guys took off and just killed it.
The shit was dope. So we wanted to give you public props for that because the shit was dope. Dope.
It
was dope.
Thank you.
We
Welcome.
appreciate it.
we appreciate it too. It was dope. We were pretty fucked up. We were too drunk to perform, and we were having a damn good time.
I know. Hey, man, the fact that you were even sober enough to even cohere the fucking music going on was impressive, because I was fucked up that night, and I know you guys were.
Yeah, it was dope, man. It was a damn good show. Shout out to Nairo the Madman for sure.
For sure. Definitely shout out Nairo, man. That was a great show. First time at Carl's and first time in Indiana, and I had a great time.
Yeah, shout out to Carl's.
Carl's is a tight little spot over there. That's pretty cool place.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, if you go to Carl's, you definitely got to grab some wings.
Yeah, and
Absolutely.
some fucking buckets.
I always go to the gas station and get the caramel puffs.
Yeah. I almost got you some, but you were on diet, so we don't want to bring them back.
When was the last time I was on a diet? It was a long time ago.
Every fucking Monday you come in here talking.
Like, I can't eat that. Like, you can't eat a slice of pizza, but you can eat a sack full of caramel puffs.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like to diet from the time that it takes me to tell somebody that I'm going to diet to the time that I finish the sentence, and then the diet stops.
I was on a diet for a couple months, like a year ago, and it's like, yeah, no, I don't eat meat, but I'll eat seafood and all the other shit. So it's like, but that's not like a diet. That's just like what I,
Now you see what we deal with over here.
Yeah, but I'm not like
what?
I'm not like dieting like to lose weight or anything like that. I just don't eat meat.
So you're being picky. That's being picky.
No,
Yeah,
no, that's my
exactly.
body being a bitch.
As being picky.
No, you're picky.
No, I'm not picky. I want to be able to eat everything and anything and everything.
He said, no, I want it. My body just says no.
Yeah, my body's like, nah, I'm gonna make you feel like shit if you eat this, and I'm like, I don't want that.
That's probably because you're taking it out of your diet for so long, and then you try to go back to eating it. And it's like, what the fuck is this?
I did one diet in my entire life, like a year and a half ago.
He was about to break down in some R. Kelly, man.
He was about to.
I got
My
excited.
body's gonna be low.
Fuck yeah.
We are definitely not singers over here.
Hell yeah, we're
harmonizers.
That's right. We're a barbershop quartet.
But yeah, let's get back at it.
Barbershop, jeez.
But yeah, man, we got Casey's Xans in the motherfucking house. We love you already, bro, but we want to introduce you to the world, and we want to get to know you, man. So let's get to know you. I want to go back in time. That's what we do here. We like to go back. You, sir, from my understanding, were raised on a farm. Hold on. I wish I could put a headline into this. Like,
right?
this is I'm gonna say this, and I want you to tell me from point A to point B how the hell we got here. Okay? So you grew up on a farm in Parkman, Ohio. Later on, you became a unicorn.
I feel like we missed a step.
There's a whole.
That's a giant leap there.
I grew up with my great grandparents. I never really had a mom or a dad, and them being from the fucking 1928s, I grew up a little very strict, I would say. So I ended up lashing out quite differently than most people. And the unicorn thing, I had a really good friend that was really good friends with the lead singer of Metal Mafia. And one day he called me and he's like, hey man, these people broke down. They're about 10 minutes from your house. They need somebody to pull their trailer to the show. I had just bought in a truck the week before, so I was like, you know what? All right, fuck it. I'll be nice. I'll help them out. I'll have a good time at the show. Well, I went there. I helped them with the show. I looked at Bob Hacker, their lead singer to this day, one of my best friends, in the face, and I was like, look, man, what do I have to do to be here and do this every day? And he was like, to show up. And ever since that day, I never missed a show from the time I left. And that was 3.5 years. And the unicorn thing, I was about 3 days into me being a part of them, and me and my ex-girlfriend were tripping balls on some acid walking through Walmart. And we saw the unicorn head. Well, my second show with them was going to be EST Fest of 2017. So I was like, you know what, this would be a cool thing to wear to the festival. So I drew our logo and everything on it, and then I bought a unicorn onesie for it too. And I got the whole getup, and I wore it for that one show. And that one show, everybody in my band looked at me and they were like, you realize that you're never going to be able to take that off, right?
That's wild.
And I was like, I mean, yeah, okay, sure, this should be fun. And, you know, it was some of the craziest moments of my life being a unicorn, because all the big headliners that we ever played, it always takes people by surprise. Because I was with a metal band, and to be in that type of music and you see a unicorn jumping around, you know, it really kind of throws you for one.
Fuck yeah. Unicorns are metal as fuck, though.
And, honestly, to be honest, if I never would have done the unicorn thing, though, as crazy as it sounds, I wouldn't be half of what I am today. I wouldn't even have half of the following or the support that I have. That really opened up a lot of opportunities. I got to meet a lot of people that I would have never met. I got to play a lot of great shows. I got to travel halfway across the fucking states. Like, it was a great time. It was a crazy time.
So were you actually? You didn't do like any music or like have a microphone or anything like that when you were part of the band? You were just...
No, I did nothing musically for them. They didn't even know that I had really any music talent. It wasn't anything that I really discussed. When I was younger, I always wanted to be in a band, and I was in and out of a couple just like garage band type situations. And when I got a little older, I kind of just gave up on it and focused on other things. And I really didn't start chasing it again until I met them and started to be a part of them. And we had a couple side projects. Like, we had this one thing called Trap Life with another rapper, St. Luke. And I did vocals for that, but we disbanded that. And that was the only time that I ever did anything musically for them. Other than that, it was purely just the unicorn mascot thing.
That's crazy. And that literally started because you just bought a truck and they broke down.
Yep, literally.
It was destined to be.
It was like the best, worst idea I ever had. Because let me tell you, that thing was so hot. Like, it is ridiculous. I don't get how people do that. Like, I did it for 3.5 years and wanted to kill myself probably every other night.
That's the shit. That's fucking wild as hell. The fucking metal mafia unicorn in the house.
And to be honest, to this day, I still don't live it down. Like, half the people still think I'm with them.
Do they have
and
a new
the
unicorn?
other people, I'll still always be a unicorn.
I mean, if I'd have known, you'd be a unicorn to me. I didn't know, but now I do know. You should. I don't know why you're not dressing as a unicorn
while performing.
I'll send you some pictures. I got you.
All right.
Yes, we would like to see those.
You should definitely do that. Should be your thing, man. Why would you not keep the gimmick? Fuck, it's your gimmick.
To be honest, it was more the fact that when I walked away from the situation, it just kind of like memories. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard for me to like do anything with unicorns or like even the color green anymore. Like, I swear I just get PTSD just seeing the color green.
Damn.
Like,
I feel you.
See, I'd have just told him because you were sweating, not dressed as a unicorn at Carl's, and could you imagine how sweaty you would have been with wearing that onesie with the whole costume?
Bro, I couldn't even.
oh
imagine.
man.
Yeah.
Doing
Yeah,
festivals
no, that
outside and shit. Fuck.
I mean,
yeah.
it wasn't exactly cold. It wasn't cool
But it wasn't
in
hot.
Carl's, but damn,
It wasn't outside in the summer hot.
no. Could you
Now, let me
imagine?
tell you, when you get on that stage, man, it's a whole different heat level, bro. Under them lights, oh my god.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
That's crazy. I remember wearing that fucking lucha mask that one time we did the fun time. That shit was hot.
Yeah,
That
You
wasn't
was
full
already
body. That was one fucking lucha mask. Are you kidding me? Fuck you. You're a trooper, sir. So prior to that, growing up on a farm, living with your grandparents, you said you had like a sheltered type life. Like, what was it that got you into like what was it that started on? You know what I mean, like as a fan of music and shit. Like, how did that?
I grew up in a hardcore Christian household. My great grandmother, sorry. was very hardcore Christian, and she raised me as such. I went to a private Christian school. And at the Christian school, we weren't allowed to, like, we couldn't even watch Pokemon. Tell me how the school dictates what you go home and watch. Like, we couldn't play anything like that because magic was the devil. We couldn't listen to certain music. And my dad, when my dad was involved in my life, my dad grew up on punk rock and metal, and he listened to that his whole life. So I ended up, the first band I ever got into
But not Christian
was
punk
actually
rock.
Green Day. And that got me into pop punk and like old school hardcore punk because I started to look more into it. And that's what actually got me into music, because I wanted to be in like a pop punk band or like a hardcore punk band. I wanted to make punk music.
A Christian punk band?
And Christian punk would be wild.
Is that what you I mean, that's a thing. It was a thing. That's where MXPX came from.
Yeah, no, I was about to say MXPX because they were fucking dope.
Yeah.
But no,
But you got a
did the
taste
punk
of the secular music and couldn't get enough.
Yeah, yeah, and then to be honest, with what they were talking about, and I always listen to lyrics, I listen to stuff that I can relate to. So with being sheltered and stuff, and me wanting to explore more, the music that I listened to kind of made me rebel. I want to say a little bit more because it put more ideas into my head. So I went towards more of a certain way of life, which led me more towards in music. Like, and I've kind of gotten to the point in life where I don't really have another option other than music.
For sure. So just being introduced to that music, you immediately wanted to like make it? Like you weren't like a lot of kids are just fans of music. They never have the inspiration to want to be in the band, or if they do, it's more of like, singing with your hairbrush in front of the mirror or whatever. But you were just like, I need this.
When I was involved with the church and being part of the church, we always had these Christmas plays and church choirs and stuff. And I could sing. Like, it was like a girl, like I could sing high and like normal and pretty type bullshit. And so that allowed me as a child, like I was always getting the lead roles and everything. And when I went to school, I was always in choir and I was always getting the lead roles in plays. And I always enjoyed music, no matter what it was. Like when I was little and didn't know what punk rock music was, I was always listening to country music because of my grandparents. And I went from Johnny Cash and George Strait and all that to the punk rock stuff because I got older and more like rebellious type. But I've always had music in my life. And my uncles and a couple of family members, they've played in bands and they play music. I've always had the influence of music. I just never really chased it as much because it's a hard world to get into, and like that's something that I always knew no matter what. Like as a kid, you're like, man, I want to be a rock star. Like I want to be there. And then as you get older, you're like, man, that's probably not going to happen. Like that's a crazy dream. But then, sometimes you're like, well, fuck it, I might as well try it because, what else is there to do? Like, you either make it or you're nobody in general, so what do you have to lose? You know what I'm saying?
That's true. So was there ever a point... Well, first of all, I want to know, what plays were you in school? What were you singing? What's the best one?
The best one would probably be Beauty and the Beast.
Fuck yeah. Were you Beauty?
Unfortunately, I was not pretty enough to be Beauty.
Well, you said your voice is pretty and high like a girl, so I thought maybe you were... That's dope, though. How is Beauty and the Beast not secular? That's weird. But that's dope. You should cover that. Did you do, what's the tale as old as time? How's it go? There it is, yes.
I'll throw a modern rock rap cover of that out for the world.
Absolutely, man. You guys would be like the newfound glory of the underground.
Oh god, that was wild.
With all their what is it? I don't know what it's called. It's whatever to the movies or whatever. They do all the movie cover songs. Hell yeah. So were you in a punk band? Did you start writing punk music? Like
yeah, when I was in middle school, I tried to get a band together and we never left my basement. It was called Command Center. And that was the first band I was ever in. And then I did this thing called Fit for a Funeral with some locals, that me and my best friend started, and we ended up dropping out of, and that band continued for a little bit and then died out. And then after that, Metal Mafia was the closest thing that I've ever been to, like, of a real band with success and, like, somewhat doing something. But after them, I stepped away from the whole band idea because just with how music is nowadays and what is popular and what isn't popular, I wanted to lean towards more of the rap, singing type world because that's just really what's popping. Like, I feel like most stuff that doesn't involve like a rap type scenario in music, if it isn't that or pop, it really doesn't get a lot of like eyes, you feel me? Like, it doesn't get a lot of attention, like popularity wise.
Yeah, I guess there's not. I mean, obviously rock and roll is still big, but you have to, like, there's not a lot of small successful rock.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's super hard to make it in a band.
And you
like, if you were to just start a band
people
right now,
yeah.
like, the chances of making it are super slim. Like, there'll never be another Metallica or Motley Crue or, you know what I'm saying? Like, you'll never be able to achieve that.
Yeah. Well,
But
even
people like
regional
the
success.
Baby or like Wiz Khalifa, shit like that, they're a dime a dozen nowadays. You know what I mean? Record labels snatch that shit up left and right. You get $1 million in some record deal for your soul over some shitty music that nobody understand.
For sure. So you put all your musical aspirations on hold and you went out and traveled the world as a damn unicorn for the Metal Mafia. What brought that to an end? Why did you part from them?
We had a lot of personal problems. The band, it was with 10 other people. Like, there's 10 people in the band.
That's a lot of people.
So it was a family, and it was an all-day, every-day type of situation. Like, I was with them at least 4 or 5 days out of the week, 24 hours. And there's just so much that goes on in something like that. And personally, there's just so much that you can only deal with yourself. And when stuff doesn't start to change and go the route that you want it to, you either have to accept that fact and just carry on with it, or you have to step away and try and do something better or different. And honestly, there's not a day that goes by that I don't miss being with them. Like, even being the unicorn, like, I have less being the unicorn than what I do doing my own thing, you know what I mean? Because I'm just a unicorn there. Like, I'm not a singer or anything. Like, I don't get any acknowledgement for that. But I miss it. It was something that I enjoyed and I loved. And I would take it back in a heartbeat. I really would. But just all the inner drama that went on, it just got old for me after a while. And I'm not big with that. Like, I don't like to act fake towards people. I don't like to act like I'm with you just for business. Like, I don't care what you have to offer me. If I don't like you and I'm unhappy, that's that, period. Like, I'm not just going to sit around just to mooch off of you or try and gain clout or, you know what I mean? Like, I have to walk away. Like, just because it's not good for me doesn't mean it's not good for you. You feel me? Like, we're different people, different worlds. Like, so it just got to the point where it was just too much on me personally. I had just lost my great-grandfather at the time, which is the person that raised me.
Yeah.
And I was dealing with a lot of personal stuff, and I had some drug habits that I was trying to beat. And then I had just lost my house because my great-grandfather had died. So I had a lot going on, and it wasn't really something that I could deal with and deal with the stress of being in a touring band, you know.
For sure. R.I.P. Great Grandpa.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So all this was kind of happening all at the same time, so you just kind of stepped away. And so
yeah, you know, it was something that I thought about prior to those situations, but then after everything started to go downhill and happen, I was just like, you know what, it's time. Like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I need to try and focus on myself.
And that is when Casey Xans was born?
Yeah, well, here's the thing, is I started slightly before I left them with the Caseys. I was probably in it for 4 or 5 months doing the rapping thing with them as Casey Xans, I would open up for them and shit. And then I left and I still did the Casey Xans. That was when I focused on it fully, because apart from that, I really wasn't doing my own shows. Like, I wouldn't do anything that Metal Mafia wasn't on.
Yeah.
Because I didn't really have the time for it. Like I said, I gave my all and everything. I only lived 10 minutes away from our band's meeting spot where we practiced, met for shows, all that. I walked 9 hours one day because we had a show in Michigan the next day, and I didn't have a ride to get there so we could leave. So I walked 9 hours from my house all the way there.
Holy shit.
Just to be there. And that's not a lot that a lot of people will do for anyone.
Just to be a unicorn.
Just to be a unicorn.
Holy
that's how much
shit.
it meant to me.
Wow. That's crazy. That's dedication for sure. So,
Dude, I was... What? Sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead. Finish.
I was going to say the dedication thing. I was going to tattoo their band logo on my face like 6 weeks into the thing, and their lead singer begged me not to do that. But I still tattooed them on my hand.
Wow.
Like, that was something that I was fully dedicated to, no matter what, live or die.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, most people don't have any dedication like that towards anything. That's wild. So then, with everything going on and kind of wanting to get away, what kept you going to start like pursuing the solo thing? Like, why? Like, what was it that drove you to like want to continue on and do the Casey Xans?
Between my fiance and the people that did support me, it was more of the fact that, I'm not going to lie, like, I get miserable sometimes. I get depressed. I get sad, Everybody has their losses and wins. But at the end of the day, I'm one of those people where, like, if you don't have anything to lose, then, like, it can't get any worse than worse. You feel me? So it was more to the point where I was just doing it to do it and see what I could get from it, because I didn't have anything else. Like, so I was living out of my car. I had nowhere to go. I really had no real friends. I had no family. So I was to the point where the only thing I had was music, and I might as well keep going with it until it either flops and I don't have that either, or I make it somewhere and I get out of the situation that I'm in.
Hell yeah, man. I love that shit. That's the truth right there. I told my homie the same shit earlier, man. He's going through some rough times. I'm like, so stop. You know what I mean? Like, what are you going to do? You going to sit at home and cry, or you going to do something else? Shit still sucks. Might as well just fucking do something cool and let it suck while you're doing something cool. Like, fuck it.
Like, the only thing you can really do, like, you could give up. Like, you could end your life. You could give up. Like, you could stop. But at the end of the day, like, what's the point? I'm going to die anyways. Like, I could die today. I could die in 30 years. I'm going to die anyways, so why rush it? Like I said, it can't get any worse than the worst.
Right.
Like, only thing that can happen is it could get better. It could get more enjoyable. Like, I've already seen all the bullshit there is to see. So at this point, there's nothing that can surprise me. So, I don't have anything to lose but to try.
Hell yeah. So you mentioned your fiance, who is actually Baby K, who is part of the group. So how did you guys meet up, and how did it become not only a partnership in music and in life? Like, how did that all come about?
So I will actually explain this one. So back in, when was the Shut It Down show for Mafia?
Like 2017-ish.
So May 12th of 2017, it was my senior prom, actually. And I skipped my senior prom to go to the Metal Mafia Shut It Down show. And I hopped up on stage and did my thing and jumped around with everybody just to get my toes broken by a fucking unicorn.
Hell yeah.
So, we've been very close for the past 5-6 years. Coming up on like 8 months ago, I decided to finally give him a chance and told him that I wanted to be with him. And it was very hard before that, previously being in the Casey Xans thing together, the music thing together, because we both had feelings but didn't know where to put them, didn't know how to deal with them. So we flickered on and off with music together for a while. But once we had reconnected and I actually told him that I wanted to be with him, things got a lot stronger for us personally and musically and businessly.
I originally hired her, I'm not even going to lie. When I met her, I found out through the grapevine that she could sing and that she had some musical talent. And at the time, I was looking for something extra. And my main thing was is that she was attractive. So I was like, you know what, let me try and like put this girl in my group and flex on her a little bit and see if that gets me anywhere. And it just so happened that she ended up having music talent on top of looks, so she ended up sticking. But then between the emotions, I'm not going to lie, I fired her probably a dozen times. And she's been gone for multiple of months and came back and we worked things out. And it's definitely been a rocky partnership.
Oh, that sounds like true love right there. So
Yeah, I wouldn't trade him for anything.
was it Casey Xans you fell in love with, or was it the unicorn?
You know, I think it was both.
Hey, you know what? I won't lie, though. That unicorn was rock star status. I swear to God, I've gotten laid a couple times just for being the unicorn.
You were breaking hearts and breaking toes.
Yep.
Hell yeah. So, Baby K, I keep having to look at your name. But, did you have any musical aspirations, or were you doing anything musically prior to linking up with him?
So as a kid, I always played it like, my dad was in a VFW club type of thing, and I would do talent shows for the pig roast and stuff. Nothing big, you know, I was just a kid that loved this thing, you know, I did my thing as a child. But then I actually got really severe stage fright and ended up, you know, pushing past that, and I started doing we have Rockin' on the River out here, and they actually had a thing where, you know, local artists could come up on stage and get voted for. It was called CF Idol. I did that, I believe, 2 years in a row. It didn't really go anywhere for me. I was just kind of doing it to push myself to move past my stage fright. Other than that, not really. I was just, you know, the girl that danced and sang in her bedroom by herself. You know, I wasn't the type to go out and put myself out there like that. But I will say Casey has pushed me past the point where I'm not afraid to do that anymore. He showed me that I really do have talent, even when I think I don't. So I wouldn't be where I am now if it wasn't for him.
Hell yeah. Look at you guys bringing out the best in each other. That's beautiful. You guys are lovely. That's the shit though. So so technically you guys officially as a musical act partnership are 8-9 months into this as an official Casey Xans and the Purple Gang? Is that right? Did I lose it?
Yeah, essentially, yeah. This is probably the strongest that we've been. I've been at it myself for about 2-3 years on the solo thing.
And I started about 2 years ago on and off until about 8-9 months ago.
Yeah, I guess so. Technically, I mean, even before you were in the group, you were kind of in the group. As a hired. That's cool though. So what do you guys have? I know you guys are working on an album and stuff right now. Is there anything out there, like anything you guys have done, recorded or anything yet?
Yeah, like we actually 4/20 we dropped our very first music video, which you can see on YouTube at the Purple Gang or on Facebook at Casey Xans. We have very limited music out. I do not have a lot of music out for the sheer fact that I'm not one of those people that believes that you should release a whole bunch of stuff. And I like to pick and choose what I do release. I like the fact that people have to come see me. If you want to hear my music, you have to come find me. Like, you're going to have to come to a new show if you want to hear new music, because it'll probably be a very long time before it even hits anything else. What little music we do have is like on SoundCloud. There's a couple here and there songs on YouTube, couple things on Facebook, but there's probably only about 10 or 12 actual songs out of our 30 to 40 song library.
Oh shit. Well, guess what? We got 5 of them here tonight, y'all.
Hey.
You guys got all the good ones.
We got 5 of them tonight, motherfuckers. You don't got to search too far because we're gonna hook everybody up.
Hell yeah.
Oh, you're lucky. I know some people that would kill to have those 5 songs.
Hell yeah. Well, don't tell them where I live. But you guys are working on a record, right? Do you want to try to put out?
Yes, I've been working with Bob Hacker from Metal Mafia for quite a while with all my music. He's always had an influence in it and recording it and producing it. I've been working with Savage Media and Bob Hacker as of recently. I'm trying to get. We have probably, I want to say like 8 or 9 actual tracks recorded. Not finished, recorded. Out of the 13 for the whole album, I'm hoping that maybe by summer of next year. I was trying to get it out this year, and then I ended up going with the music video instead of the album. So the album is next, on top of, we do have another music video coming up. But we are trying to get an album out for the people, because the one thing I always get asked at shows is, hey man, can I buy a CD?
Yeah.
Like, and CDs aren't even that popular, but there's always at least one person that's like, hey man, I really need a CD, and I don't ever have anything for them.
Terrible. Step it up, man.
I'm definitely working on it.
You just sold a bunch of them that night, I tell you, the night we met you. But yeah, that's so. Hopefully by this time next year, we'll have
that's what I'm shooting
debut
for.
album. And then but you do have a new music video that's coming out real soon, right?
Yes, within the next couple of months, we are going to be shooting a new music video for one of our new unreleased songs. It'll be for one of the songs that you guys have.
Hey.
We do play.
He's in the core of the earth,
making us do work and shit.
That's where it's the hottest, I guess, right?
Yeah.
That's the way, man. If it's not worth the work, then it's not worth listening to. You feel me? You got to want to have that drive.
I feel you. But if people do want to check you out, you guys are out on the road right now. You guys are touring. You're doing summer bust experience, right? Is that what you're calling it?
Yeah, we got it's a little weekend warrior type tour situation. Like, we're going all over Ohio. We're hitting Indiana a couple times. We already hit Indiana. And it's since I've stepped it up, like, this is our first year to have a full merch run, to have a music video, to have a little bit of funding, to have a full group and crew. So I was trying to, expand out a little bit and just travel around a little bit, get all the music out there, get merch out there, conquer at least 1 or 2 states.
Oh yeah. So you guys actually, you guys got a bunch of shows this month, right? In Akron and back at Carl's Tavern.
Yeah, we have a competition coming up this weekend. Is it Saturday? Friday. We got a Pass the Mic competition, which is the first time I've ever done anything like this. The only reason I'm doing it is because it's my homie show, and you get a free 10-hour block for the studio that I fuck with. So I was like, why would I not want to try and win that? You feel me? Like, 10 hours, that's like $200-$300 worth of studio time.
Oh, yeah.
On top of the winner gets a free 10-minute set for Crazy Bone from Bone Thugs. So that's lit.
There you go. Yeah, you go out there and win that shit. We don't have to wait another year for the album to come out.
That's what I'm saying.
Put an EP out with them fucking 10 hours. Motherfucker.
No, you're going to have to come to the studio and listen to him record it. It's the only way you're going to hear it.
Yeah.
Start selling tickets to the studio.
He ain't going to release
get
shit.
the experience for yourself.
You got to sign up for the OnlyFans to hear the music.
There you go.
That.
It's the background tracks.
Yeah, you get a free MP3 link with each OnlyFans subscription.
Listen to me hump to the beat.
I don't even think he's not even kidding. I don't think you probably do.
That's the only way you get their music, man.
Hey, it's there. It's real.
Either you support all of their endeavors or none of it. That's it.
Exactly.
That's fair. You can sign up for their OnlyFans. I don't know the link, but they'll tell you what it is.
It'll be in the little booklet in the CD.
There you go.
Start passing out business cards for OnlyFans. Here, subscribe here and see our music.
There you go. It's the new SoundCloud.
You get some titties, a little bit of ball sack, and some beats, man. What more could you ask
There we
for?
go.
I mean, 2 out of 3 ain't bad, I guess.
Yeah. Nut slapping beats.
There you go.
The 3 B's of life, man. Boobs, ball sacks, and beats.
Forgot bacon.
Oh.
And butts. There's a lot of bees in
And
there.
butts.
Yeah.
Can't forget butts.
I can't believe you forgot the bacon. Hell yeah.
I know, how dare I ever forget bacon.
I know. Well, you haven't. It's fine. But, yeah, you guys are back at New Haven, Indiana on July 16th. Is that right? And then you're down
Yes.
Yep, with Nairo the Madman and the Beast Mode Warriors tour.
Hell yeah.
We actually just got added to that last minute. We had a show with Nairo and Cody Manson in Cleveland last week. And after our set, Nairo, ever since the day he saw us, man, he's fucked with us hardcore. It's been nothing but love. We love the guy, man. He is an awesome person. His music is great. Like, he's very supportive. He's a great friend. And he actually ended up putting us on that at our last show after our set.
Yes.
So I'm super excited to go back, though, because Carl's was lit. It was tiny as fuck, but let me tell you, the vibe of the place was awesome.
Yeah. Carl's the shit, man. It's a small place, but it's so dope.
It packs a big punch.
Yeah.
I agreed. Shout out Carl's gang. Shout out to the motherfucking ice machine.
Shout out!
Fuck yeah, man. But yeah, you guys are out there, man. I think we had them up on the screen and shit too. But you guys will be at Tiki Stink Fest in August, and you guys are rocking the Night of the Shrunken Heads with Shrunken Head Entertainment and Razakel and them. That's dope.
Yep, that is also going to be in Indiana with Razakel.
Fuck yeah.
And the Tiki Stick Festival, that's going to be super dope. We do that every year. It's a great time. It's thrown by some locals that are part of this organization called the AOW. I don't know if you've ever heard of them, but...
No. Tell me more.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
We'll be doing that with Metal Mafia and Spirit Machines.
That's so you're still. I mean, obviously you mentioned you're in the studio with that guy and you're doing shows with him. So you never left on like Bad Blood or nothing. That's dope.
No, we've had a couple little beefs here and there, and then we even had a fake beef that we did for a publicity stunt at one point. And we're always joking about doing fake beefs again, but at the end of the day, no, man, like I said, for 3.5 years, bro, we were crammed in a 78 Winnebago. So you really get to know somebody and you really become one with somebody, especially those 10 somebodies. And honestly, there's nothing they could really do to make me fully turn my back on them. Like, I might distance myself, but I'll always be there. And I'll always support them. Like, I play any show in Ohio that they play, I make sure that I always get on. There's only 1 or 2 shows that I usually am like, nah, I'm okay on. I always try to make sure that I'm on shows with them because I still love to play with them. I still love to party with them. You know what I mean? I'm always welcomed anywhere with them or just to come over and hang out as they are with me, and they're always there to help me. Bob Hacker still calls me all the time just to give me advice and pointers randomly throughout life. Like, you know what I mean? So there hasn't really ever been any permanent bad blood, I should say. We've had our disagreements and we've had our words, but we always find a way to overcome it.
I feel you. We have fake beef with each other here every week. It's all pretend.
Get out of my house.
It's all pretend.
Not enough handy J's, huh?
No. But we also don't have an OnlyFans, so
That is true.
we don't have any way to relieve the tension. Fear the F and Beer in the chat room wants to know if you're into the Juggalo scene at all.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, I am. I used to be a hardcore Juggalo when I was younger. Like, I'm big into old school Juggalo stuff. Like, and I'm more into Twisted than I am ICP, and what ICP I am into is smaller. Is older stuff. Like, I'm not really big on their newer shit. But, like, my mom, like I said, I never really had a mom or a dad. They were there in and out for a little bit. My mom was a juggalette. So I kind of got the best of both shit sticks when I was growing up for influence-wise, because I had the heavy metal and punk rock side from my father, and then I had the juggalette rap side from my mom. And so I ended up, my mom loaded me up an MP3 when I was like 13, and it had Boondocks, ICP, Twisted, ABK, people I never even heard of at the time, music I should have never been listening to as a 13-year-old.
What would Jesus?
The first song I ever heard by ICP, and it's still to this day my favorite song, is If I Was a Serial Killer. I don't play a whole lot of Juggalo shows. I have recently been more into the underground Juggalo scene, with like Cody Manson and Smokey the Bear, HB the Grizzly type stuff. I fucked with DJ Clay a little bit. I met him in Cleveland.
In a men's bathroom together.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Ooh.
My eyeballs were bleeding and it was not a good time.
Did you pay him or did he pay you?
It was a mutual payment.
And I filmed.
Yeah. Is that still available on the OnlyFans?
Of course.
Fuck yeah, sign up now.
Watch the catalog.
Casey Xans OnlyFans.
But, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I couldn't...
Yeah, a little bit.
The Juggalo scene nowadays is just, it's a rough scene, man. Especially coming from, like, I'm not even old enough to be from the good generation of Juggalo. But that's the one that I like to revert to. And that's the one I respect. Because the newer ones nowadays, like, I don't know, they just don't get it. Like, I swear, family's not family, and it's all drama, and everybody just wants to, like, get fucked up, and, like, you know what I'm saying?
Had a wild experience at the mini gathering last year. First time ever experiencing anything like it. It was fucking wild.
Tell me more.
Oh boy.
Tell me
so
more.
I am not anyway putting myself out there. I don't like being the center of attention. I don't like drawing attention to myself or anything like that. I am a girl that sits in my room and does just about nothing. So, I was very awkward at first. I followed the person I met there like a puppy dog and kept my mouth shut because I didn't know anybody. And, you know, after about a night or so, I started to warm up. And, you know, I spun the wheel. And I ended up pissing and crapping
you never spin the wheel. Don't ever spin the wheel.
Yeah, it was a very bad idea. Bad choice. And I don't even drink. So I just did it for the experience. Then, you know, there was a bunch of hippies there, and nobody, you know, everybody's talking about poop dollars. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And they explain it to me, and I'm like, oh, that's weird. And everybody's like, who's got a poop? Who's got a poop? And no, everybody's like, nah, not me. And I'm just like, I mean, you have money? And all these people are hooting and hollering because, you know, the little quiet girl is going to go take a shit and wipe her ass with some money and put it on the fucking ground for people. Like, it was some of the wildest shit I've ever done. Ever.
So you wiped your butt with $1? Is that what you're telling me?
I even wiped my butt with a $5 bill.
Ooh, that's a poop five.
High class.
Holy cow.
No Juggalo can turn that down.
Did you take a Fago shower after? At least?
What?
Did you take a Fago shower afterward?
Yeah, I was lucky enough to be with people that actually had a portable shower.
Well, you need a Fago shower.
Oh, yeah, I had one of those, and they sprayed me with red cherry. So I was stained for the rest of the week.
Hell yeah. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
Hell yeah.
Man, let me just say, that Fago shower shit is crazy, bro. I've never been to a gathering, but when I was with Metal Mafia, we played Hollow Wicked of 2017 with Ouija Mac and ICP, and them 1,700 bottles of Fago on one stage, and me and my bass player knock it over. They were not happy with us.
You knocked over a pallet of Fago?
Yeah, well, yeah, because look, they're stacking all these cases of Fago on stage, okay? And we're trying to load up gear on the stage, and like I said, 1,700 bottles. So as you can imagine how much space that actually takes up. Well, we're trying to shove a fucking bass cabinet through this little tiny space between the wall and the Fago, and we end up knocking over this one whole tower of Fago. And as their crew's carrying in another case, they just look at us. And we're like, do you guys want us to like? And they're like, no, just go. Just walk away.
Just walk away.
But they couldn't have been too mad because them and Ouija Mac ended up buying some mushroom chocolates off of us.
Okay, there you go. Hell yeah. Did you partake in the Fago Armageddon at the end of the show, or did you guys leave already?
No, I certainly did not. I'm not even going to flex. I made sure to stay far away from the stage as possible.
He doesn't like getting sicky.
Especially in the unicorn outfit.
That would have been the best. A Fago soaked unicorn? That's the thing of many men's dreams, bro. What the hell are you thinking?
I'm sure there are quite a few men that have that exact dream. I'm not even going to lie.
Ouija Mac probably would have jumped on your back and rode you. You fucking kidding me?
I see it happening.
100%. 100%. Ouija would have been all about that shit. Hell yeah. That's what's up, man. Well, hell yeah. We got a new freaking video coming. Working on a record. Shows all around. What else is going on in the world of Casey Xans, man?
I mean, we got new shirts coming out. Let's see. That's about it, man. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, we got new merch. We got a new video dropping. We're working on an album. We always have new music for shows. Like, I'm constantly writing music. I'm constantly recording music. That's about it. We're gonna be at the Vortex damn near all this weekend. We got 2 back-to-back shows. One of them's a competition. One of them's a birthday show.
Happy
birthday.
But if you are in Ohio or Indiana, you can catch us damn near any day of the next couple months coming up until about November.
There you go. All kinds of fucking places to see them. If anybody tuned in live, you guys got any more questions, all the live listeners, just put it in the chat room, and we will ask them, even if they're fucking crazy.
New merch ideas. Get my ass some paint and sell it on a canvas for y'all.
There you go. You're gonna paint some shit.
They're selling ass paint canvases.
You're gonna
Why
paint
not?
things with your ass.
Yeah, it's the only way.
Nothing wrong with that. I mean, I guess
I
that's,
even do it with my titties.
that's like a double income, because you could do it live on OnlyFans and get paid to do it, and then sell the actual painting.
That's genius.
Yup.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
It's cashing in big time.
Nothing wrong with that. There you guys go. Don't miss out on that. I got a couple more things. I'm going to go over this playlist with you of the music that we have, since your music is so hard to find and we have it here. Let's talk about it. If you guys got any fun stories or any knowledge you want to share about the tracks, I'm going to go over the list here.
The song Hemi Bed
There
Frame
you go.
is actually about me being homeless. I received $15,000 last year while I was homeless, and I decided to take almost 10 grand of that and buy a Dodge Charger instead of buying a place to live or acquiring some form of shelter. I bought a very expensive car that I could not afford.
You won the lottery?
No.
You got a settlement?
I had some assistance otherwhere.
So you bought a truck.
But
A car.
I bought a car with a big ass engine for no reason, because I thought I was cool. I'm not gonna lie, I love my car to death. Don't get me wrong. It probably wasn't the smartest investment at the time, being homeless and whatnot. So I made that song because that song it's kind of just like, what, I got this nice ass car, but I ain't got no home. And that song just kind of goes through the homeless thing, and then having the car, and then sleeping in the car. Because I've lived out of 2 vehicles for almost a year, between my Charger and a Hyundai Santa Fe.
What?
Oh yeah, Blizzard. We sent you Blizzard, which is an older song. Hemi Bed Frame is the one we shot the music video for.
I don't have Blizzard.
So
I don't have Blizzard.
Blizzard, though, that is about cocaine addiction.
I don't have
I used to have a cocaine problem when I was younger, and then slightly when I was older, I had little hits and misses with it. So that song is what I wrote to help me get over all that, and it helps a couple other people that I know, and that's what I put it out there for, is to just help people with addiction, and to know that it's not the only thing out there, and that there is hope, and there are other people that have surpassed that.
Amen. That sounds like a great track. We don't have that one tonight though, but it does. It does sound-
Oh, damn, I could have sworn I sent that to you. Well, that story was pointless, man.
That's all right.
How about that?
I'll tell you what I have though. You want me to tell you what I have? I got Lie Down, Baby Girl. I got Kind Love Grows. I got All Lives Over Now. Hemi Bed Frame. And then I got I Don't Know. Rough mix.
So, Kind Love Grows, actually, that is one of my more sappier songs. I wrote that for an ex-girlfriend of mine, who was my best friend's sister. That was a crazy one. I ended up getting with my best friend's sister for about 6 months. And then I wrote that song and dropped that. Lie Down is actually about my fiance.
She's here now.
Unfortunate.
Hey.
Hey.
Lie Down.
I wrote that back before I was even with her. And then I Don't Know, IDK, that's kind of our step into the like rock, rap, metal shit, because that one you get the best of both worlds. But to be honest, all my music, I write stories. Like, I write stuff that actually happened to me, I try to write stuff that people will feel and relate to. I don't like to just rap and talk about money and guns and drugs. I do rap about those things. I do talk about those things. But that is not the main focal point of that song. There's always more of an in-depth story than just the guns, the cars, the women, you know what I mean?
For sure.
It's a story with each song, and there's always a lesson with each song.
He's like an ogre. Every song has layers like an onion.
Yep.
Maybe he'll write a song called The Interview about tonight.
There you go. That actually happened to him.
All Life's Over. I was in a beef with my ex-manager, my stage manager, and I wrote that song because I had a lot of drama going on in the scene. I'm not going to lie, I got in a fight with them. I brandished a firearm at a show, which was very dumb at the time. It was something I never thought about. That was one thing I had to get into, is you can't treat the music scene like the streets, because it's not that. And I was very hot-headed and immature, and that song was wrote to kind of like mark that time in my life, and that song was to help me get over all that.
Yeah.
But
fuck yeah.
Definitely worth listening to.
We're going to listen to all of them, and so is everybody else tuned in.
Well, hell yeah, man. I hope their ears don't bleed too much.
They will bleed with joy, sir. Their ears will bleed with joy. So for a lot of people may listen to this interview later and might not check out the music or whatever, which is dumb. Don't do that. But if you do, or for people out there wondering, like, what does this guy sound like? How would you describe your music to people?
I'm not gonna lie. I like to describe my music as like, I always get this thing where people tell me, man, you sound so country, like you got a country accent, blah, 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 blah. I always like to refer to my music as like if Jelly Roll and Little Peep were to make gay love together, you would have me.
I can see that.
All right.
I would be the little gay love child of Jelly Roll and Little Peep.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
I see it. Well, that's perfect, man. That's a great segue to my final question, unless anybody tuned in has one. We asked all of our guests the same shit because we're unoriginal and we just like to hear the answers because it's fun. So essentially, I guess I'll ask you. There's two of you there, so you both get your own answers. Essentially, you got 3 records, 3 albums you could not live without. Maybe they inspire you as a person, inspire you as an artist. Maybe it's the one that you punch the hole in the drywall to, or the one you sit in your car and cry to. Whatever it is, 3 albums you could not live without. What would they be?
Okay, so I'm gonna have to go with, right off the bat, Dookie by Green Day.
Excellent choice.
Fuck yeah.
And then greatest hits from Cypress Hill. Fucking banger CD. Or not even, I would go with Black Sunday by Cypress Hill. Not even their greatest hits.
Which
Black
is basically
Sunday,
the same
OG
record.
fuck.
It's basically the greatest hits album. They blew their load.
And then The Green Book by Twisted.
There you go. I did not expect that. Hell yeah.
Twisted was one of my all-time favorite artists. I'm super obsessed with Monoxide.
Oh, he loves you too.
What about you, Baby K?
Baby K.
So, definitely one of them is Evolution by Disturbed. My dad actually got me like really into Disturbed as a child, and it's always been a very big focal point for me. There's a lot of powerful songs in that album from them, so that's definitely been a big one for me. My other two are actually the same artist because I am inspired by her a lot. If We All Fall Asleep, Where Would We Go by Billie Eilish, and Don't Smile at Me by Billie Eilish. I've always had I have a very big lady crush on her, but I also have a very big musical crush on her. She also sings about, stories and things that have happened to her, and I latch onto those things pretty hard because I've also gone through a lot as a person, and just I connect with more storytelling and emotional music.
Hell yeah. Billie Eilish is dope. Billie Eilish dope, man. That's dope. I don't think anybody's ever
Love
picked
her.
that one, but hell yeah, that's the shit. Well, fuck yeah, man. There you have it. There you go. Well, we appreciate you guys hanging out, man. We're gonna play some music for everyone to enjoy. Let everybody know where can they follow you? Where can they find out when the new stuff drops? Where can they buy the t-shirts? Where can they sign up for OnlyFans? How do they swipe up? Let them know what to do. Where can they go?
They can find us on Facebook at Casey Xans. That's CASEYXANS, all one word. You can follow us there. Or we have TikToks, Gothboy Lowlife Casey Xans at TikTok. We got Instagram under Casey Xans. You can find us under any social media, actually, under Casey Xans. Like, we are on Twitter, YouTube. We got 2 YouTube accounts. We got a Casey Xans YouTube and a Purple Gang YouTube. We got Twitter, Facebook. We got OnlyFans, Instagram, TikTok.
And where you can find him is typically where you can find my profile links as well. Just to find like OnlyFans links or more personal social medias, you can look through mine or his to find either one of us.
There you go, man. Casey Xans, KASEYXANS, and the Purple Game. Not to be confused with Legs Diamond and the Purple Game.
Yup. Man, it's been an honor, bro. For real, it's been a great time.
Hell yeah, man.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely, bro. We look forward to doing it again when maybe when the record drops. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hell yeah.
Most definitely going to have to get that cooking for the record. Most definitely.
hell yeah, but I'm sure we'll see you out there before then, man. But yeah, officially welcome to the Replicon Radio family for sure. When you guys do got something going on or popping off, let us know. Hit us up, and we'll get the word out.
Hell yeah, man. All love, for real. Thank you for having us, bro. Happy to be part of it.
Hell yeah. You guys got any last words or any shout-outs before we go into the musical break?
Don't fuck a chicken on a Tuesday.
Good advice.
All right.
That's good advice.
If you want to know what happens, fuck a chicken on a Tuesday and be a chicken fucker. But I'm just saying, don't do it. It ain't worth it.
Then he would know. So there you have it. We're going to go to the musical break. You get a rare chance to listen to some fucking recorded Casey Xans. If you guys are tuned in on YouTube, the stream is going to end because we don't play music on YouTube like a bunch of dummies. So head on over to repliconradio.com. You can listen live right now, or you can stream the replay on all streaming platforms. And we will be back on YouTube after the musical break to hang out some more. We got some This Week in History. And someone wants us to break down a list of some Blaze records. So we're going to get into that too. So tune in. We'll be back after the break. Head on over to repliconradio.com.